Hello there, my name is Valerie White-Williams, and today I am talking about thumbnails. Now I'm talking about thumbnails for YouTube, and what a thumbnail is, it's kind of like an advertisement. It is actually like a little ad, which is basically where you're going to put on your videos. Now YouTube used to, back in the day when I started, is that you would process your video and there'd be 3 screenshots from the videos, and we just picked the best one that made it look like we weren't making a funny face. That's how it was in around 2010. That's what happened. But now we need to have something a bit more, because thumbnails are really important. Because what happens when you upload a video on YouTube, what it will do is it'll show your video across the platform to your subscribers. And so you'll see the video show up, and then people will see it and click on it. That's the goal, because people don't necessarily read the titles. The titles are important for other reasons, usually for search, but the thumbnails are what people are going to click on. So it's basically a little kind of advertisement that tells about what your video is about. Now, what's interesting is that Netflix has done, yes, Netflix has done lots of research on what makes a thumbnail effective. And so this is really interesting, because these are all things that work on YouTube as well. Because with Netflix, they have all kinds of TV shows, and so they're doing a lot of research on which thumbnails, when you go to Netflix, is going to get most clicks. Because we're all about the clicks, baby. We want to click on that thumbnail. And so here are some of the results that they have found out with that. First off, it should not be too busy. You don't want to have too much on a thumbnail. I've seen that a lot, where a lot of people have their business name, they have all these things, it's kind of all way clutter. You have to keep in mind that a lot of people are going to YouTube on their phones. And so sometimes the thumbnails have to be bold enough to be in this small little box. So that's the first thing. And what they also noticed on Netflix is people weren't reading the titles. They were more attracted to the visual. So the titles, like I said, they're very important, but you really want to make that thumbnail really stand out. And so with the thumbnails, we want to use as little words as possible. So you don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff on there. I suggest 6 words or less. If you can get your thumbnail to be almost 2 words, that's better, but it still suggests what your video is about. Now, the other thing they just found out is that smiling faces and people showing emotion is more going to be clicked on. If I'm just standing here going, no one's going to click on that. If I go, more people will click on it. Or if I'm just like that, okay, those faces are going to get more clicks. Just saying. Faces get the click. Okay, so, and the other thing is, you don't want to have too much going on in your thumbnail. What they determined is that you really only have 3 things to focus on. So you could be me going, and then there could be something else in the picture, and then the text. That's it. And very little text, because it's got to be really to the point. People won't waste a lot of time with that. So no more than 3 points of view on your thumbnail. All right, so also you want to make sure that you can make the text as big as possible. Again, because people are going on their phones, and you want to have high contrast. And this is something that I always like, this monotone. It's just kind of like, you know, we have in this like several different colors that are so harmonious, but that doesn't really work on a thumbnail. You need to actually have bold colors. We want to have high contrast, black against white, red against green, blue against yellow. Those are the kind of things you want to really have everything stand out, because that's going to be clickable. So when you're and then when you are in search, because what happens if you have really good content and you're having the searchable titles, which I talk about in other videos, then you're going to put a search in, you're going to have a bunch of videos that are going to come up, and you're basically competing for the click. So if people are searching for something in your content marketing, like for me, how to make great thumbnails. It was like for me, how to make great thumbnails. Hopefully this video will show up in that search and I'll have a rockin' thumbnail that I'm going like that or something like that, and then have a thumbnail and have the text great thumbnails. And I'm actually talking about the Netflix responses, how they realize this, what's the best way to create thumbnails. In fact, a lot of their shows they would invent in a lot of their shows, they actually had a lot of the cast just standing there, and they realized that they were getting the clicks. So they slowly went down to like just one person, because it's just easier for people to conceptualize. If there's too much going on, they're not going to click. And that includes too many people, too much busyness in your thumbnail, too much text. It needs to be really simple. And again, emotion. In fact, with Netflix, they said that if there's like villains, they always would put the villains on, you know, those people on the thumbnail. Okay, so because that's what people click on. They want to click on something that's energizing. Now, here's what you don't want to do. You do not want to put something on your thumbnail that has nothing to do with your video. That is a really bad move, because you want your thumbnail to be about your video. Okay, because that would be called, you know, spamming. That's not real. You're not going to put a picture of Britney Spears and you're really talking about what you ate for breakfast or something like that. So we don't want to do that. The other thing you do not want to do is do not put your business name. I see this with a lot of business coaches. They want to brand everything like you're browning a cow. That no one cares about your business name. No one's searching for your business name. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. So leave your business name off your thumbnail, and also leave it off your title. That's what your channel's for. That's your channel name, okay? Don't put too many words. Don't put your name in there, unless you're a performer. That's the only one I would say. If you're a singer, you're a performer, put your name in it. But other than that, you want to talk about the subject. And so that thumbnail should get people to click because they want to know more. It should entice them in. It's like you're fishing. You're totally fishing, but you're fishing in a good way. You're the bait. The thumbnail is the bait for the click. And here's the deal. You probably don't want to hear this, but most YouTubers spend almost as much time creating a thumbnail as they do with their video. It's that important. And that's how you grow your channel. Because you need to create thumbnails that are enticing, that look like you want to click on them, like, ooh, I want to hear about this. I want to learn about that. So it's very, very important. So those are the main things: the emotion, the faces, only 3 points, high contrast, and that's it. So I hope this was helpful. It is so important. I think it's almost like good content. It's like a triangle. We have good content on the bottom, we have great thumbnails, and then we're going to have awesome titles that are searchable. So let me know if this has been helpful, and maybe later I'll do a video about good and bad thumbnails, but I hate to be mean and go, there's some thumbnail is not good. So keep an eye out about great thumbnails and understand what I just told you. And so grateful for Netflix, since I've been working on thumbnails for a long time, and their research has totally confirmed what I've been working on all the time. All right, so let me know about your thumbnails. It's okay if you had bad thumbnails. You know what? You can make new ones. Make a new thumbnail, replace those bad ones, and you might find your videos are going to do a lot better. All right. Let me know what else I can do to teach you guys how to succeed on YouTube. And also, before I go, and yeah, let me know in the comments. Let me know, and you can just own up to those bad thumbnails. It's okay. We've all been there. Also, I want to let you know of my free passion project on Facebook, which is YouTube Success Strategies, just like this channel. I offer a lot of training in there, coaching for free in that free Facebook group. So if you're interested, you can go to the description and sign up. Hope to see you there. Take care. Bye.